and today I'm going to show you my LEGO Junkyard, including a working magnet crane that can actually pick up LEGO cars, a fully equipped repair garage, and piles of rusted out vehicles waiting to be restored. This is one of my most detailed LEGO creations to date, and I'm super excited to show you all of the awesome building techniques, functional mechanisms, and hidden areas. And as always, if you'd like to see this model made into a real LEGO set, then please support it on LEGO Ideas. The link is in the description below, and I'd really appreciate your support. So now let's get started and take a closer look at my LEGO Junkyard. My inspiration to build this actually started with this tow truck, which I designed after getting some of these cool printed pieces from a Disney Cars set. I wanted to create a classic looking tow truck, so I used lots of these curved 2x2 pieces for the bodywork, and I've also added extra doubled up wheels at the back to give it a very strong, heavy duty appearance. I've even included an adjustable tow hook mechanism, which can be operated by moving this lever at the back. That gives you many different angles, and you can actually lock the height in place by changing the position of this support beam. This is great for towing cars into the repair shop, but before we take a look at that, let's begin with an overview of the Junkyard itself. The entire model is built on this very unusual shaped base, which creates a very organic looking landscape that blends in with the decaying cars. Real-life junkyards often have very chaotic, maze-like layouts, so to replicate that feeling in my LEGO model, I've laid the vehicles out in all different angles to make it look like they've been haphazardly piled up wherever there is space. As you can see from above, this creates natural pathways in between the cars, where the minifigures can walk through as they navigate the junkyard. This looks especially cool from eye level, as it looks like you're actually there. The entrance to the junkyard is guarded by a bulldog, who's even got his own little house. The roof of this is constructed using angled shield pieces, and the back of the kennel is decorated with some miscellaneous junk and bits of scrap metal. I wanted to make sure that each car in my junkyard was as unique as possible, and you can see that especially well with this stack of cars over here. The blue car has obviously been here a very long time, since it has been stripped of all of its useful components, and now sits resting on a couple of concrete blocks. The 70s style muscle car next to it also looks like it's been parked here a while, as there's even some plants growing out of the back of it. And to add to that feeling of it being reclaimed by nature, I've covered the bonnet in a bunch of dried leaves. And another realistic touch is with the wheels, which I've angled slightly inwards to make it look like it's been weighed down by the green car on top. As we continue deeper into the junkyard, we reach an opening surrounded by a couple of camper vans. One of the mechanics is busy fixing up this blue camper van with a welding torch, and this actually includes an interior which can be accessed by removing the roof to reveal a simple kitchenette and seating area. You might recognise this silver trailer from before, as this is actually the same one from my LEGO movie studio. The owners must have sold it to the scrapyard, where it's now being used as a portable cabin for the workers staying on site. This is furnished with a cosy bed and TV on one side, and some small kitchen cupboards and a guitar on the other side. Behind the trailer, I've installed a cool barbed wire fence made using these new mesh door insert pieces, along with a VW Beetle style car parked in front, which makes use of some rare sand red colour pieces to give it an extra rusty appearance. Now we reach the magnet crane in the middle of the junkyard. And if you're enjoying the video so far, then please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, as it really helps me out. As you can see, the crane actually uses a real magnet to pick up the cars, which is a super awesome effect. I achieved this by attaching one of the magnets onto the end of the crane and embedding a second magnet within the car itself. If I take the roof off, you can see that the magnet is disguised behind the windscreen, and because it's only covered up with a couple of thin tiles, it's still strong enough to attract to the other magnet. I think I've done a pretty good job at hiding it, as you wouldn't even really tell that this isn't a normal car. Although one disadvantage of the magnet is it makes the car quite heavy, so I have had to strip out as much of the interior as possible to compensate for this. Otherwise it would be just too heavy to pick up. As for the crane, this also contains some mechanical elements that allow you to adjust the height of the crane arm. The winch on the back connects to a worm gear mechanism, which moves the arm up or down depending on how much it's tightened. And then the other winch on the side is connected to the magnet cable, allowing you to directly raise or lower it into position. I'd also like to point out another cool parts technique around the back of the crane, which is an enclosed metal ladder used to access the crane's cabin. This lines up with the steps on the crane itself, and this is constructed using a bunch of ring pieces, fencing swords, and ice skates for the rungs of the ladder. Now we get to the final area in the junkyard, the restoration garage, and we can actually detach it to get a better look at the buildings. The outside features a very traditional brick-built texture, with some very opaque, cloudy windows on the outside, along with a small outbuilding that holds some supply crates and a jerry can. And if we take a look around the other side, you can see I've included a traditional red tool chest, complete with functional opening drawers, which can be opened up to reveal a whole array of mechanics tools. Normally you can access the main garage through the door on the side, but it looks like the main roller door is currently open, and from here we can see it's equipped with a detailed workbench with trays full of components and tools, as well as a functional vice clamp which can be opened or closed by turning a handle on the side. I've actually done a how to build tutorial for this design, which I'll leave a link to in the description. I hope you enjoyed this look at my LEGO Junkyard, and if you want to see this made into a real set, then please make sure to support it on LEGO Ideas. The link to the LEGO Ideas page is in the description below, and I'd really appreciate your support. Please give the video a like and let me know what your favourite part of the junkyard was in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for even more awesome LEGO creations. I'll be back next time, and thanks for watching.